What's up, wave makers? It's me, Mommy Suda.
And now, poetry by Gary.
That was pathetic. You remember in my last video when I said I was sick? Today I'm sicker. And I'm sure that that is evident to you by the way I sound. But don't worry, we're gonna get through this. Everything's gonna be fine. Because one of you guys sent me this video and I knew immediately, as the moment I saw it, I'm like, I need to share this with everybody because it's just that good. Long story short, Herbalife corporate, we all know Herbalife, fined for operating as a pyramid scheme back a few years ago. Something about bribing the Chinese government. Herbalife's been doing some sketchy shit. Some corporate leaders at Herbalife decided that this was such an important topic that they needed to hold a Zoom call, and that topic would be anti-MLMers. More specifically, how to handle anti-MLMers when they leave negative reviews on your Herbalife Cafe's business page, on Yelp, on Google, or whatever. It's very interesting and also just makes you feel so justified in the work we all do. We're all making such a difference that MLM corporate leaders are up here like, we gotta talk about this. Everyone needs to know. We need to shut these people up. I'm excited to share that with you. But before we get into that, I just want to thank the sponsor of today's video, HelloFresh.
It's springtime, boss babes. Looking for a spring refresh? Try something new. Take your taste buds on a trip and explore different global flavors from your dinner table with HelloFresh. It's a meal subscription service that delivers fresh, delicious meals right to your doorstep. For example, this meal you're watching me cook is a Middle Eastern chickpea bowl. I love that HelloFresh keeps my meals exciting because honestly, I probably wouldn't pick Middle Eastern food myself most days if I was shopping for food at a grocery store or eating takeout. But they offer so much more. HelloFresh Market means you've got a one-stop shop for all meal and snack occasions with items like focaccia pizzas, satisfying sides, and drool-worthy desserts. HelloFresh will also help you effortlessly save time, money, and stress. It's so easy to adjust your plan and increase your order size to help with meal planning for large groups or to have leftovers for lunch the next day. And it's up to 72% cheaper than dining at a restaurant. With 50 weekly meal options, you won't often find yourself asking, what's for dinner? And maybe you can use that newfound time doing something fun outside this spring. Speaking of outside, HelloFresh is the first carbon-neutral meal kit company, and nearly all packaging is recyclable. Be more kind to our planet and eat more sustainably. So get started today. Go to HelloFresh.com and use the code SavannahMarie16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. That is HelloFresh.com. Use the code SavannahMarie16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. Thanks again, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this video. Now let's watch some MLM stuff.
Okay, well, without further ado, guys, let's get into it. I don't really have anything else to say. Let's just watch some Herbalife damage control.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to today's training. So on today's call, we're going to take you through a quick reference guide for handling negative reviews, spamming, and spammers. So please remember these calls are not recorded, so we ask that you take lots of notes. We also do have a Q&A section at the bottom of your screen. We're going to go ahead and answer those questions throughout, and then we're going to save the last 15 minutes of the call to answer some of your questions live. So on today's call, directly from Oklahoma, we have Senior Executive President's Team 30K, Nicole Reedon. And also joining Nicole, we have our Director of Social Media, Jonathan Soleimani. So now I'm going to turn the call over to Nicole.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. I hope the weather's nice for you there. It's starting to warm up in Oklahoma. I'm so ready for spring. So excited for my garden. But I just wanted to say I'm so excited for this call.
I just wanted to say that it's supposed to be like 92 degrees today in Arizona. It's March. Yay.
Like, this is something that I know as a business owner and as a club owner, especially when I was first starting my very first nutrition club many years ago, social media was how we really grew our business. I will even say our first diamond in the company actually came into our nutrition club because of Facebook check-ins. She saw some of her friends checking in on Facebook. And so that's what had her like come into the nutrition club. She even told me, she goes, I don't know why I came in because I never go anywhere by myself, but everyone was checking in. And I thought, I have to go in there and try this place.
So what she's saying is they ended up recruiting somebody through an Herbalife storefront, and that person then obviously became a diamond. But regardless, she saw her friends checking into it on Facebook. She went and tried it and ended up joining Herbalife. See, they try to deny all the time. They're like, no, we're not a front for Herbalife. We're not trying to convince people to join Herbalife. We're just a smoothie store. You just walk in and you buy a smoothie. We don't try to push anything on you. Well, if that's the truth, then how do you end up fucking recruiting people then? Don't try to sit there and tell me that it's just an added bonus if someone decides to join. I don't go into Jamba Juice and be like, oh my god, what ingredients do you use? What farm are you buying your produce from? I need to go work there. It's so weird to me. But yeah, no, they sit there and they try to deny it. Pop-Tarts here. I need to pull up, Mombi made a very good graphic about Herbalife cafes and stuff, so I want to pull that up and share it with you guys. Her website is mombi-anti-mlm.com. I highly recommend checking it out too. Okay, so she has a lot of infographics about Herbalife on here, but this is the one I wanted to go through. So definitely check out her website for more, but here it says, Herbalife nutrition clubs present themselves as legitimate shake shops, but according to Herbalife rules, they are social gathering places, not retail establishments. Consumers are buying a daily membership to the club, and the sole purpose of these clubs is to find potential recruits for the business opportunity. What else aren't they telling you? I think because each one of these shops is owned individually, like by different people, therefore they're like run differently. So like for example, when I used to have a big girl grown-up job, I kind of used to work kind of in the middle of nowhere. There wasn't anything around. It was just like a tiny little establishment, a good like 10 miles away from any other, I guess, like restaurant area. I don't know. So like there were days that I wanted smoothies, but like the closest Jamba Juice, it would have taken me 20 minutes to drive there. And it's like, okay, well, I only have a 30-minute lunch break, so this is not going to work. So I did end up going to this Herbalife nutrition shop that was right across the street from my old job. And I went there a few times. I never had to sign up for a membership. I was never pressured to buy or join Herbalife. And honestly, the shakes weren't bad. But I know there are some places that literally just put the powder in some milk or some water or something and shake it up and give it to you. This place like at least blended it with fruits and stuff like that, so it wasn't bad. But yeah, no, I've been to one of these shops before, and obviously we all know that they're all over the place. They're popping up everywhere. I get messages like every day like, hey, look, this Herbalife shop just popped up in my neighborhood. It's like, great. So there are definitely some establishments that don't require you to buy like a membership or anything. Like, although the one weird thing is that for me, I would walk in, order a shake, and it would always come with a tea, an Herbalife tea, and I'm like, I don't want the tea. Can I just have the smoothie? And they're like, oh, it comes with it. I'm like, so if I don't get the tea with it, does it cost less? And they're like, no. So it's like I would walk out of there double fisting it with 2 different drinks, which is weird, right? So that was the one thing they kind of forced on you. I mean, if you didn't want the tea, they wouldn't give it to you, but it's like you're paying for it, so you might as well take it. So like they definitely pushed that at the one that I've been to, but I never had to sign up for anything to buy from this club. Anyway, Herbalife was sued by the FTC in 2016 because the company's compensation structure was unfair because it rewards distributors for recruiting others to join and purchase products in order to advance in the marketing program, rather than in response to actual retail demand for the product, causing substantial economic injury to many of its distributors. This is verbatim the description of a product-based pyramid scheme. According to their compensation plan and income disclosure statement, they have changed little since the 2016 FTC case. They deceptively reallocated inactive distributors to preferred customers to hide loss rates. Prior to this change, Herbalife stated 86% of U.S. distributors, 466,926 people, did not receive earnings from Herbalife. In September 2019, Herbalife had another lawsuit with the SEC. Herbalife has agreed to pay $20 million to settle charges that it made false and misleading statements about its China business model in numerous U.S. regulatory filings over a 6-year period. And in November 2019, U.S. prosecutors criminally charged 2 former executives of Herbalife Nutrition Chinese unit with running a decade-long scheme to bribe Chinese government officials to win business and evade regulatory scrutiny. I mean, you can't make this shit up. It's sorry, there's more. And bribes were intended to help Los Angeles-based Herbalife obtain direct selling licenses, reduce government scrutiny of its Chinese operations, and suppress negative coverage by the state-controlled media, authorities said. In August 2020, they yet again settled another criminal lawsuit with the SEC. The Securities and Exchange Commission today announced that Herbalife Nutrition has agreed to pay more than $67 million to settle charges that it violated the books and records and internal accounting controls provisions of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. In a parallel action, the U.S. Department of Justice and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York today announced that Herbalife will pay a criminal fine of more than $55 million for a total of more than $123 million paid in both actions. Herbalife and its top reps have been involved in numerous lawsuits, and the company has received multiple warning letters from the FTC and FDA for its deceptive marketing claims. There have been multiple accounts of Herbalife products being contaminated and causing liver issues in consumers, one case ending in death. The death was documented in a study on the products. Herbalife later threatened legal action against the scientific journal that posted the study. The journal removed the study for legal, not scientific reasons. As soon as powerful companies threaten to sue a publisher because they're unhappy about a paper, suddenly things get retracted with no scientific reason. This is just wrong. Science should be about finding the truth. As you can see, I obviously had all that on the screen, so there are links to all the sources there. By all means, again, go to Mombi's website. You can look at it all for yourself. Those are some really important things to know when it comes to Herbalife shake shops and nutrition clubs. And I guess since we're on the topic, before we finish this up, we'll just go over this quickly, but Mombi also has telltale signs of an Herbalife nutrition club. Herbalife's products are much more expensive than other comparable products, so in 2006 in Mexico, the nutrition club concept emerged as a way to break down the prohibitive cost of Herbalife's products into more manageable daily single-serving portions. These clubs are usually storefront shops in densely populated areas, although suburban and home clubs exist as well. Yeah. If the name contains nutrition, it's probably an Herbalife shop. I'm pretty sure the one that I used to go to was called like Lifestyle to Nutrition or something like that. So like it doesn't mention Herbalife in the name of the company, but when you walk inside, then you see Herbalife all over the place. Now some places even try to hide it once you're in there. It doesn't matter once you're in the door, but like on their advertising, their window decals, their logo, all that, they're not allowed to use intellectual property by Herbalife. So therefore, if you see like a sketchy shake place with a name that contains the word nutrition, it's probably a front for an Herbalife cafe. Colorful chalkboard menus. Yes, the one I went to definitely had this. Dessert-themed protein shakes. Again, yes. The one that I got every time I went into the Herbalife shop I've been to, and honestly, it was good. What was it? Blueberry lemon cheesecake shake or something like that, which sounds crazy, but no, it was actually really good. But again, this place that I went to like actually blended up berries and shit into it. So, which again though, and as Mombi points out here, a lot of these places, and probably like the place I went to, they will put in extra scoops of protein powder or candy, cookies, jello, syrups, whipped cream, and more. So like it's just adding some unnecessary sugar and things that generally aren't good for you. So if you go to these health and lifestyle Herbalife shops or whatever, and you're ordering a drink like this every single day, and it's just like packed with dessert, you know, like can't be good for you. Bright multicolored teas, if they're called loaded teas or boosted teas. But yeah, mention of membership is one, but again, I wouldn't say that that's a necessity for an Herbalife shop. And then obviously Herbalife products. Anyway, we can get back to this. I just wanted to briefly touch on all those little tidbits of information about what Herbalife cafes are. Thanks again, Mombi, for all the work that you do. She's such a great human, I can't even. Herbalife, these Herbalife cafes, these Herbalife storefronts are owned by distributors. They're not like a corporate chain, like a franchise or something like that. They're not something that Herbalife puts out. These are people who are distributors for Herbalife who go and like rent out their own space, make their own business name, you know, open their own LLC or whatever you call it, whatever it is for storefronts like that. You know, they have to have their food handling licenses and cards and stuff. They have to go through all of that. They are a legitimate business at that point. The only thing is that they use Herbalife products in the food that they sell.
Social media is so important for our business and for our nutrition clubs. So then, you know, as social media starts getting bigger and bigger, right, then we become a bigger target. Social media, it becomes the way of doing things. So me personally, and in our nutrition clubs inside of our organization, we have also experienced some of the things that you guys have experienced as well, with the bad reviews or the negative or the false reviews and the scammers, all the different things, or the spammers, all of those people, okay, we've all been there. And so we are so excited for this call because corporate is now coming with us and saying, okay, we're going to help you through this. We're going to give you some instructions on what to do and what are some good practices to do and what are some practices that you probably don't want to do in order to handle this situation. So please help me welcome from corporate, the director of social media, Jonathan. Jonathan, are you on?
Hi, everybody. Good evening for those on the West Coast. Well, actually, all over the country. Good evening, I think. Hi, everybody. I am going to take you through a quick presentation, walk you through some instructions, some information. You should have all received the document as well via email, but it'll be emailed out again later as well. We'll go through some Q&A. We'll answer some questions. We'll go through a few different scenarios as well. So let's jump right in. Give me just a second. So quick overview. I'm going to introduce you to the North America team as well as the corporate social media teams. A couple of people are on the call currently right now, and then we'll go through the quick reference guide as well. So first, I'm sure you guys have heard most, if not all of these names. Francine and Nick are on the North America team. And then myself and Jess Burrows are on the corporate team. The teams are actually quite a bit larger than that, but these are the people that are on the call right now who worked on the document along with PR, legal, MPC, and several other teams as well. This was definitely a group effort to get this document ready for everyone. So let's dive right in. So this is what the document looks like. It is 3 pages. I know it's a lot of text, but I'm going to break it down and try and make it as simple as possible so you can get a good understanding of what's in there. I do highly recommend take your time, read through it. There's a lot of good content and information in there. So first and foremost, we're talking about in general, two different scenarios, right? We're talking about legitimate negative reviews that you could get. It's part of owning a business, as well as general spamming. Let's just call it spamming for short. That includes anti-MLM groups, copy and paste reviews, all the stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with you personally.
Okay, listen. Anti-MLM is not spamming. Anti-MLM negative reviews are legitimate. They are literally just us trying to warn the public about what they're going to step into when they walk into one of these shops. But no, I guess we're just spammers. It kind of equates what we're doing to like trolling, and it's like, we're not trolling. Your fucking shop popped up in our community and we don't want anything to do with it, dude. We don't want you in our neighborhoods. We don't want your fucking multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, fucking scam, actual scam in our neighborhoods. We don't want it.
Or your business personally. It's just for the hate groups that are out there. And the responses are going to be very, 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 very different. So let's first talk about legitimate negative reviews. Nicole, I'm going to throw it to you. Let's talk through some scenarios.
Okay, great. So Jonathan, let's say Susie comes into my nutrition club and I make her shake. It is a little icy. Maybe I went a little bit too much on the ice and not as much water. And the shake has ice chunks in it. I mean, Susie didn't tell me, right? Whenever she was drinking it, she said it tasted fine. But then whenever I saw it when I was pouring it out there, but she said it was fine. So it's fine. And so, but then when she left, she got on my social media, my Facebook, and she posted a review just talking about how she didn't enjoy the shake and how it had too many ice chunks in it. Sure. Would that be a legitimate one or a spamming?
Yeah, that's straight up. That's a great example of a legitimate negative review. Personally, I like a little bit more ice in my shakes. I like a little bit of crunch in there when I make mine.
Don't go to this guy's nutrition shop because ew. But also just that comment that he just made there diminishes the legitimacy of that person's complaint. Like, he immediately jumps to defense mode. Before they even tell us how to fucking handle that review, he goes into defense mode. And it's not even his shop. It comes off as like, who gives a shit? I like ice, so fuck that person for not liking ice because I like ice. Sir, it's just an unnecessary thing to say, and I know I'm like nitpicking, but that just really rubbed me the wrong way.
But that's a legitimate review. And when it comes to, let me see if I can click, there we go. That's not a situation where you want to hide or delete the customer review or anything like that. That's a great opportunity to actually respond to make things right. Now, invite them back in, apologize, let us make you another shake. However you feel is the best way to handle it, great. Now, how do you know? Like, if you remember the person, certainly, sure. If they called out a specific person at the nutrition club, Joe was the one that made me my shake, things like that. Those are good indications of it being authentic, right? A real person. If you look at their, let's just call it Facebook account, and you actually look through and you go, wait a minute, my nutrition club is in Tennessee, they're in Alaska. Okay, that's a pretty good indication of it's probably not real.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure people can travel. I'm pretty sure airplanes still work. This person lives in Alaska, but I'm in Tennessee. Impossible. Absolute impossibility that someone could be fucking traveling. Especially if they're just commenting about their shake. If they're like, there's too much ice in my shake. If they're talking to their distributors like they're fucking children. And I'm sorry, but if you are so deep into Herbalife that you own a fucking storefront, a shop with these people, and you cannot determine what is a real review and what is a troll, an anti-MLM troll, you probably shouldn't be running a business, dude. There's like cognitive dissonance there for sure. And I would believe that that's a thing too. Like, I mean, some people just can't take criticism at all. I guarantee that there have been legitimate reviews cast upon these nutrition shops, and a lot of them probably just go, oh, it just must be someone who hates MLMs. It's like, no, you are a public shake shop. People can walk into your doors and order a shake. Dude, you're not always gonna be perfect. Like, if someone has an issue, how about fucking customer service? Like, hello.
Take a look at their account. Look at the other things that they post. Is it general stuff that people post on Facebook all the time? Or is it, I hate MLMs, I hate Herbalife, I hate this, I hate that? You're gonna see it pretty quick, right? So you can make a pretty quick determination of whether or not it's a real legitimate review. And that's a good example.
Okay, I wanted to just read this here. Handling legitimate negative reviews, you should not hide or delete valid customer reviews reflecting actual personal experience, even if they are negative. Instead, if it's a legitimate complaint, and if you want to respond, consider responding to try to make things right. Yeah, that's called customer service. If you are a business owner and you have customers, that's just what you do. You would think that they would provide this kind of information when you're being recruited for Herbalife, or if you're going through all the motions to change into your own business that sells Herbalife. Like, there's a whole process that you have to do if you go from Herbalife distributor to like actual business owner. There is a process, and you would think that this would be stuff that they would be making sure you know, because even though Herbalife isn't mentioned in the shop name or their advertising or anything like that, once you walk in, like, it's usually pretty obvious it's an Herbalife store. So like, their name, their reputation is still on the line. You would think that they would do their best to make sure that the people who are representing them as a brand knows how to fucking do basic customer service. Anyway, there are a variety of ways to determine the authenticity of the review, including checking the user's history via their profile, location of the user, are they in the same city as the NCO Nutrition Club, and content specificity of the post. Okay.
Now, when it comes to legitimate reviews, obviously responding, great. It's up to you how you want to respond and make things right. But there's also an opportunity to create good content out there on your own social media profiles, on your business profile, on your personal pages. There is a ton of content, excuse me, that's available to you, both on our North America regional channels, as well as all of our corporate channels, as well as IamHerbalifeNutrition.com. There's a lot of content out there that talks to a variety of subjects, whether it's our business model, our products, our quality, nutrition education, fitness education, wellness education. We create a ton of content. Absolutely feel free, share it on your channel. The more sharing, the better. Right? We know how powerful of a tool social media is, but we also know how big of a following that all of you have. Great. That just gets out the message even faster and into larger audiences. So absolutely keep doing that.
I was just looking on that I Am Herbalife Nutrition website to see if I could find positive content and messages to help counter the negative posts, but I'm like, I don't see it immediately.
So let's talk about the other side, right? The general spamming. Nicole, I'm going to pass it back to you. Give me another one.
Okay, so I'm working in my nutrition club and I'm making shakes and teas, and I'm greeting my customers and having, conversations with them. And all of a sudden my phone is blowing up, and I look at my notifications on Facebook, and I'm seeing all of these people start to write these negative reviews for my nutrition club. And I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, who is this person? Like, I don't know this name. And it's like one after the other, and they've got these articles that aren't true. And they, are telling us, telling on the review that, it's all just this huge scam and this business and of Herbalife, and Herbalife just come into this town and scamming people. And I look at the profile and I'm like, I don't know who this is. You don't even live here.
Does that make the words that the person is saying, does that make it illegitimate? No, it doesn't. You don't have to live in the same town as your stupid fucking Herbalife shop in order to warn people who live there about it. By her logic, she's like, I don't know who this person is, so therefore they don't matter. Their experience doesn't matter. Their beliefs don't matter. Whatever. And that's fine. Like, that's a personal thing. If you're just gonna be like, I don't give a shit. Like, again, it just kind of like speaks to the whole, like, it sounds like they're trying to make us all out to be trolls. We all just like are certain, this is what we do all day. We just like go looking for Herbalife shops. Ooh, found one. All right. And then you go post it in a Facebook group and go, okay, everyone go spam this. And it's like, that literally doesn't happen. I have never once in my life posted an Herbalife shop and been like, hey, everyone, go leave it negative reviews. The specific one, go do that. Now, I believe that in my past videos, I have brought up, like, if you find one in your hometown, by all means, like, if you see them, leave a review and say, this is an Herbalife shop. For this woman to be like, oh yeah, they're leaving all these fake articles, it's like, okay, again, I'm going to link Mombi's shit down below. She's got all of the sources linked on her website. Like, they're not illegitimate. I'm gonna bring it up again, actually. So, for example, she links an article, from the FTC. Then she links one from sec.gov, justice.gov, uscourts.gov, fucking 4 different PubMed article or studies or whatever you want to call it. Science Integrity Digest, I don't know about that one, but like they got one called plainsight.org. I don't know what those two are, but the other ones, like, if someone is leaving links to those articles, they are government websites. You're gonna be like, no, it's fake. It's like, it's totally not though. So if it's negative, it's fake news, right? I wonder where you got that from.
Were you even in my nutrition club? Okay, so what's my first response? My first response is I get heated, right? And I want to be like, no, this isn't true. Who are you? Blah, blah, blah. So would that be a good example of spamming? And probably some of you on this call have probably experienced something of the sort.
I bet a large percentage of the people on this call have seen something of that type.
Okay, so then let me ask you this question. If this is something that is happening very often to people in your organization, people who own these businesses, have you ever, for one moment, stopped to ask yourself, why is this happening to all of us? There's one common denominator between all of you guys that this happens to, and that common denominator is Herbalife. Hey, if you want to start your own fucking smoothie shop, start your own fucking smoothie shop, dude. Why do you have to buy shitty overpriced protein powder from Herbalife to do that? You don't. And if you're gonna buy some fruit from local farmers and shit, or I don't know how you would go about like choosing what proteins or whatever workout powders and stuff to put into your shakes. I'm sure that there are like legitimate ways to source those things that aren't from a fucking pyramid scheme, but there are legitimate ways to open smoothie shops. If you don't want to be associated with pyramid schemes, with scamming people, with these like membership, whatever the fuck, all of these things, then don't open a smoothie shop under Herbalife. Like, do it in a more legitimate way. Support local farmers, support anyone besides a fucking pyramid scheme. They don't stop and think for a moment to think like, why do these people say what they say? Have they ever even looked into the fake articles that we're always posting? I doubt it. I fucking doubt it. They just stick their fingers in their ears and they go, la, 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 I'm not listening. Maybe if you just considered the fact that these reviews contain legitimate information, it doesn't fucking matter where you live. It doesn't matter where you're located based on where you live. The facts are still going to be the same, because all of these complaints, all of these negative reviews that they're talking about, all have to do with the fact that you're Herbalife, not the fact that you are a business, an open storefront selling smoothies. No, it all has to do with Herbalife. It is so fucking obvious what the common denominator is here, but they won't admit it. It's so stupid.
On their nutrition club pages. And yes, that's a great example of the general spamming and the trolls that are out there. However, step one, take a deep breath. and I say that because I get it. 100% I get it. You're being bullied. You want to push back. You want to fight back. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, it will only make it worse if you buy in and you lean in and you give them a platform for a variety of reasons. Okay. So the first thing you do after you take a deep breath, if you can, and it's going to matter platform by platform, hide the comment. Okay. Now there's a difference between hiding and deleting. Hiding a comment means the person that posted the comment can still see it. It still exists, but really nobody else can. If you delete the comment, then the person that created the comment can see that their comment is gone. Well, now they have you.
I'm just going to put this out here. I'm not talking about myself here. I don't have a sock Facebook account. I hardly use my own personal Facebook account. But a lot of these people do. I personally know a lot of people who have fake Facebook accounts. This is kind of like a lot of the ways that us anti-MLM creators get a lot of the information, a lot of the like Zoom calls and videos and stuff that we share. There are people out there, people like you. We have such a wonderful, dedicated, passionate audience that literally like does this shit for fun. They just have like a fake Facebook account that looks real, looks like a real one, totally not. A catfish, if you will. And then they'll just go join a bunch of MLM Facebook groups and then they share what they find with us. Like, this is a normal thing. So hiding the comment is really easy to see that they have done that to you if you just go on another account and look at the comments and see whether your comment shows up or not. We're smarter than this. We have ways around this. Again, I say we. I'm not talking about myself. We caught on to their ways a long time ago. They're talking about this like, hey, here's the sneaky way to do it. Hide their comment. They'll never know. Okay, so like every single person who has a sock account, if their comment is up for 5 minutes and no one has responded, laugh react, heart react, any of that shit, then it's like, okay, something's wrong here. They either deleted my comment or they hid it. And then you just go on another account and you look and you go, okay, it's not showing up, so it's been hidden. Fucking obviously. And I promise you, if you get found out that way, Mrs. Herbalife lady, Mr. Herbalife man, then it's gonna be even worse. Because what is this? Oh, I don't know. What is this? This is information control. It's part of the BITE model. The I in BITE model stands for information control. And that is precisely what this is. They're just trying to be sneaky about it. They're just trying to be like, we have a secret weapon. And then we're over here like, so do we. We have multiple secret weapons. I guarantee that if you are actively hiding negative reviews, you're gonna get found out and it's gonna be even worse than if you were to delete it. I promise you.
And so the deleting should be a secondary response. Try and hide it first. Again, platform by platform, it will make a difference. Because what you just did was you told the person who is trying to spam you, aha, I have their attention, and they will come back hard. Now, if this was a review on your, let's say, Facebook business page, you can actually shut down your reviews for a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever you see fit, so that you're not bombarded. And then make a concerted effort, get your customers to post honest reviews and push that down.
Okay, again, most of the regular customers that go into these Herbalife shops are also Herbalife distributors. So what they're saying here is you don't want to delete any of this shit because there are obviously platforms where you cannot delete negative reviews. I want to say Google reviews you can't. I think on Yelp you can. I feel like that's just really fucking stupid that that's a thing that anyone can do. Like Facebook, yeah, I get why you can delete whatever you want, but like Yelp is a website specifically made for reviewing businesses, you know, to offer a way for those businesses to then delete negative reviews. It's so like untrustworthy. But anyway, so, okay, rule number one, since they can't control the reviews that people post on Google, that's probably going to be the best place to review these places. Rate it 1 star, post a bunch of comments and stuff about how Herbalife is a scam and a pyramid scheme, you know, because they cannot then go and delete and hide it. I think they can respond to them though, but either way, it doesn't matter. So what they're saying in that case, if you're receiving negative reviews on a platform that they have no control over, then what you do is you go get your other Herbalifey boys to, what's that called? Spam. To spam their reviews with positive reviews to push down the negative ones. Now, unfortunately, if this is so stupid, they think that this is a legitimate way to just like put some wool over our eyes, you know? Like we're not gonna fucking know. If you go to a Google review, it literally has like a bar graph that's like 5-star, 4-star, 3-star. Like you can click on one of those ratings and it shows you just all of the ratings. So if we go to an Herbalife Nutrition Google review page and it has 3 5-star reviews and 27 1-star reviews, you're gonna see that. You're gonna see the graph, you're gonna go, oh shit, and then click on 1-star. And you know, it doesn't matter how far you push it down. And I think Google even has a way to like, was this review helpful? The most helpful ones get pushed to the top. So, you know, maybe moving forward, if you find an Herbalife nutrition shop that you want to write a negative review for, which again, you are absolutely entitled to be writing these reviews. Don't let them gaslight you into thinking that you are not entitled to do so just because you've never been to their shop. Doesn't fucking matter. They sell Herbalife. That's what we're talking about. It's all about Herbalife. It's not about the quality, the taste of your fucking shakes. It doesn't matter. Oh, sorry. I just get really passionate sometimes, but it doesn't matter. So perhaps what we need to do is when you find one on Google, go ahead, because at this point, there probably are negative reviews about it being a pyramid scheme on Google. Go ahead and give those comments a thumbs up. Maybe they'll get pushed up to the top, you know? There are ways around what they're trying to do here. So unfortunately, on platforms like Facebook where they have too much control, in my opinion, while maybe it's fun to leave all those reviews and get them raging and angry, it's like it really doesn't achieve what we're trying to achieve here, which is educating the public, making sure that people do not go to these nutrition stores. So perhaps the best way to do that is Google.
The last thing you want is to respond to that person because you're not going to change their mind. No matter how much you tell them, no matter how much information you give them, not only will you not change their mind, but now you've told the platform, I've responded and I want people to see this, which you don't, right? They're going to, the Facebook algorithms, the social media algorithms will start pushing it to the top. The more views they get, the more they want to push it because they know, because that's how the technology works. Oh, there's people seeing this. There's people responding to this. Then this should go to the top. Okay. It's the last thing you want to do. And then if you can, and we'll have instructions certainly in the document, block the user from your pages, right? So they can't keep doing it to you. And the hard part is then they can just do it to somebody else, right? That's when you get into reporting them to the platforms, okay? If they're just going around doing this to a whole bunch of people and spamming them, you report them. Okay. You
report them for calling us out and holding us accountable for our shitty behavior, our shitty business model, our shitty shakes. Hey, Facebook. Hey, Daddy Zuck. They're trying to hold us accountable. We're being bad boys, and they're trying to tell everyone that we're being bad boys, and I don't like it. Hey, Daddy Zuck. Take responsibility for yourselves.
Facebook business page allows you to go in, again, there'll be instructions, to go in and block any sort of profanity. If you don't have that turned on, please turn it on. Probably a good idea.
I mean, there's really no reason for profanity to be in an Herbalife review, but okay, let this be a lesson, guys. If you're going to leave reviews like this, don't put any bad words.
And as well as specific keywords, okay? Now, we can't provide you a list of keywords, but we gave you a couple of examples. It's in the document. Things like scam or pyramid scheme or things like that.
Okay, so what this tells me is that, well, first of all, if you're going to be doing this on Facebook, you can share infographics. And thankfully, Mombi's website that I shared with you guys earlier, those infographics are ones that you can literally save to your phone or your computer and post as a comment. So it shows up as an image, and then therefore, you know, the Facebook algorithm doesn't see the words and it's not going to hide your comment if you just post an image. So there's that. That's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is essentially censor it. So like if you're writing the word pyramid scheme, do like PYRAM and then like asterisk D and then scheme SCH asterisk ME, you know, something like that. Like you gotta censor it because now they're trying to find ways to literally go, and anytime anyone posts a comment that says the word scam or pyramid scheme or probably FTC, SEC, maybe like income, you know, income disclosure, stuff like that. Those are all words that they're going to block out so that if any comments come through, Facebook will just straight up never show that comment. It'll just like automatically hide it. That happens on YouTube too. You can do that on YouTube, by the way. So since Herbalife Corporate is telling their nutrition shop owners to do this kind of stuff. From here on out, please let it be known that you either need to go share an image of the text you want people to see, good examples on mommy's website, or you better start censoring yourself, baby. If there's any words in your comment that you think might be held for review, put some asterisks in it. Replace any A in the word with an @ sign, you know, like something stupid like that.
Block them so no one can use those words in reviews. Okay, you can certainly make up your own list of keywords as well. So what else is on the document? I've sort of talked about this a little bit. Blocking and hiding posts, reviews, and users. Okay, reporting fake reviews, reporting a user.
But they're not fake reviews. They're real reviews. They're just reviews that you don't like because they're negative. But they're real. I don't have to go into your shop to know that you're an Herbalife storefront and to know that Herbalife is a fucking scam.
Like if you realize it's probably a fake account. They have 3 friends and they've posted 8 million times. Nobody has 3 friends on Facebook anymore. That's not a thing anymore. Okay, no adult does.
There shouldn't be children on Facebook.
And hide comments like profanity and keywords and things like that. That's all baked into the document, broken up. Mostly what we focused on was Facebook and Instagram because for the most part, that's where this is happening. That's certainly the 2 biggest platforms that everyone's using. And they have the most ability to actually have some administrative rights to actually make those changes. So those are all in there as well. And then to get the guide, I mentioned it's been emailed to you. It'll be emailed again. It's also on the MyHL website as well in these 2 sections. So please feel free, download it, take a look at it, read through it, and we're happy to answer any questions.
Yeah. And I just want to say, you know, I've experienced this firsthand and I've seen it happen within, like I said, our organization. And I've seen it both ways. I've seen it where someone responded. So, you know, they started coming through on their social media and they, instead of asking me, what should I do first? They first just responded and they started this whole conversation and it just wasn't very nice. And so of course, these people are not happy. They're not, I mean, I put myself in their shoes. I'm like, man, why would I even want to live that life?
Man, why would I want to live a life of just like informing the public about scams? Man, why would I want to help people? Man, why would I want to make sure that people maintain their financial integrity? Man, why would I want to make sure that people aren't allegedly destroying their livers? Yeah, we're so sad. We're so fucking sad. We're doing work here, dude. Again, it's just like cognitive dissonance. Like they refuse to listen to our criticism because they just don't like it. It goes against what they're doing, and what they're doing is just too hard to try to do something better. So they just stick with what they're doing. Sunk cost fallacy. They already threw a bunch of time and money into their fucking Herbalife shop. Too late to change it now, so I guess I'll just go on the defense. And then what's that? It's like what she just did was essentially ad hominem. Like it wasn't directed at anyone personally, but it's like if you leave negative reviews, you must be a sad person. And it's like that's a straw man, that's irrelevant. So what if I am fucking sad? The way they justify this kind of stuff to themselves. I could see saying that about like someone who is posting ad hominem shit, like irrelevant personal attacks on somebody for literally no reason. Yeah, that's a sad person. That's someone who is projecting. That is someone who is lonely and unhappy in their life, you know? But if you run a fucking Herbalife nutrition shop selling products from a legitimate pyramid scheme and people leave you negative comments because your company has led many people to financial destruction and it has harmed people physically, financially, socially, leaving comments, making sure that the public knows about that. That's not ad hominem. That's not sad. That's literally just trying to warn people about negative behavior. But of course, anything negative they take personally, right? I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about Herbalife. I'm not even talking about your fucking Herbalife shop. We're talking about the fact that you sell Herbalife products. Like, again, Herbalife is the reason for all of this. It's not you, ma'am. You'd be better off without Herbalife. That's basically what we're all saying.
They're not us. They're not Herbalife, right? And so they are not going to be nice and you're not going to change their mind. And so what happens is they start screenshotting the things that you have said when you are heated and you are like super like not happy also. And they start using that against you. Okay. Yep. So you've got to remember these people, when it is spammers, these people are involved in these anti-MLM Facebook groups. So as soon as you start responding, they know they have you, just like Jonathan said, they'll take your Facebook link on your page and they'll put it in that group. And then within seconds, you have thousands of people blasting you inside of.
Yeah, I mean, okay, she's right. Like, if you give that negative response, if you're gonna come back at somebody for leaving a negative response on your Herbalife shop, if you're gonna come back at them and be a fucking dick, yeah, that's definitely one way to get your reviews blown the fuck up. Because nobody likes a business owner who thinks the world revolves around them, who can't take responsibility for themselves. No one likes that shit. And then at that point, it's like, maybe you could say it's trolling, but it's like, you did that to yourself. Just like, don't be a fucking idiot, dude. We're just trying to hold you accountable.
So the best thing, I've seen it, that was the worst, right? The best thing to do, and I've seen it this way many times because we've learned, is as soon as those start happening, like he said, hide them. And if you can't hide them, delete them, and then block that user from your account. But as soon as you start responding, it's going to start going faster and faster. It's like wildfire. So just make sure that when those happen for you or your team, and this is something that you could train your team on as your team continues to grow and opens new nutrition clubs, just delete them hide them or delete them and then block them, and then just move on to, making great shakes and teas and serving your community and making a huge impact in a positive way.
She said serving your community, but I think she meant scamming your community. Anyway, sorry.
And just know that when you put good out in the world, good is going to come back to you.
Yep. And that's precisely why you're getting bad reviews, because you're putting bad out into the world and bad is coming to you. If you want to believe that if you put good out into the world and then good comes to you, then what happens if you put out bad? By that logic, yeah, bad's gonna come to you if you're bad. Well, here you are. Bad's here. Bad is here because you are bad. But no, they never want to actually determine the cause behind why bad things happen to them. It's only when good things happen, it's like, oh, well, that happened because I'm a good person, because karma, and I have good karma. But if it's bad, it's like, why is this happening to me? Oh, woe is me. Feel bad for me. Please go leave me lots of good reviews. I don't understand. Take responsibility for yourself.
So thank you, Jonathan, for putting this together for us, for creating these documents. They look fantastic. I know it's a lot of words, but it's so much great information, and it's something that you can just print off, have in your nutrition club for a quick reference of what to do when that happens. Because I know I've been there. When it happens, you're not thinking logically all the time. You're kind of flustered. So having that inside your nutrition club is going to be very beneficial.
Yep. Yeah, and to back up what Nicole was saying, I saw a post, I think it was last week on Reddit, where there was a negative spamming comment on a nutrition club page. I don't know who the distributor was; it was all blocked out. But they responded actually very kindly, with real stats and real information and whatever it was. And then here comes all the spamming. And it was screenshot and put up on Reddit, and then there was an article written about it, and it became worse and worse and worse.
If it was that bad, then perhaps all the real information that they were posting probably wasn't real information. It was probably biased information from illegitimate sources. No one's gonna sit there and share someone's comment that is kind and true. You know what I mean? So there had to have been something. If that comment spread like wildfire, could it have been passive aggressive maybe, and you're just too stupid to realize the differences between kindness and passive aggression? Listen, I know anti-MLM, and I know that we're not just spreading around bullshit like that. Like, it needs to be, if it's going to spread like wildfire, it's got to be bad. So what was it? I don't know what he's talking about, but I guarantee he's not giving us the full story here.
I was like, that's exactly why we tell you not to do it. So first things first, take a deep breath.
Thank you all. Great recommendations. And yeah, definitely, I think that the information that was shared was very clear, because we don't have any questions on the Q&A. So that is a great sign, guys. So I just want to, say thank you to the Nutrition Club committee and to that small committee that, supported us with getting together and getting on this document. Because guys, we had a phone call about this. We had meetings. We met, the team here, Jonathan and Nick, and everyone supported with it. We got together and came up with this quick reference guide for all of you. So, actually, there are a few questions that that came through. Maybe we should answer them since, we're 18 minutes in. But so we have one question: does corporate ever have to intervene with persistent spammers?
Well, that's a good question. So it sort of depends on the situation. Whenever something comes in like that, we take a look at it and we try and figure out, is this a person or is this, for instance, like media, right? Because, for instance, we'll see, a media article written about us that has information that's not true, kidney this or liver this or whatever.
So again, please remember when he says kidney this, liver this, what he's referring to is the scientific article that was deleted because the people who wrote it were intimidated by Herbalife to take it down. It wasn't because the science was wrong. It was probably because Herbalife threatened to sue them. Herbalife probably said, and obviously this is just speculation, but Herbalife probably said, like, take this shit down or we're going to ruin your life. Take this shit down or we're going to try to sue you for millions and millions of dollars. And the scientific journal probably is just like, we don't want to deal with that. We'll just take it down. I mean, that happens all the time. That kind of intimidation happens a lot. But he's sitting here saying it's not true. I'm assuming because, it was retracted or taken down or whatever, but that's not why it was taken down. It wasn't taken down because it was scientifically unfactual. It was taken down because they were intimidated to do so.
And then in that case, yeah, we absolutely do intervene. The media team reaches out and connects with the company to actually get them to retract it. So that does happen. It's sort of
that is code for legally threatening them. We work with the company to get it taken down. Yeah, you threaten them.
Depends on the situation. The other thing that we do from a corporate and certainly a regional standpoint as well is we take a hard look at how big of a problem it is, right? I think there's sometimes a perception that any negative comment is massively detrimental. I think it's also important to realize, okay, how many people have actually seen this? Is it 3 people or is it 4,000 people, right? And what do we do? So that's important as well, is to sort of weigh whether or not this is going to be a national issue. Is this just a small issue? Let's work with the region. Let's bring in MPC. Let's bring in legal. And then we discuss a course of action depending on what we're supposed to do. Let's see. Can we address when keyboard warriors get physical and threaten violence? Wow.
Who's doing that?
Again, I think that sort of depends on the situation. And I think that's a great opportunity to
call the
report
police
them to the platforms.
No, if someone is physically threatening you, like, call the fucking police. First of all, if you are guilty of doing this in negative reviews on an Herbalife storefront, fuck you, man. Don't take it that far. Why would you take it that far? But second of all, I have never once seen someone threaten violence on one of these reviews. Or, even anyone who is an anti-MLM creator has never threatened violence on anybody. Like, who is doing that? Please point me to their direction so I can have a little talk with them, sit them down and say, excuse me, we don't do that here. Please don't do that. What the hell? It gives us a bad name, and that's not what we want. We're trying to educate people, and threatening people with violence and physical harm is not the way to do it. That being said, I don't think that's happening. I don't think it is. If it is, let me know, but I've never seen that. Sounds like someone's just trying to play the victim here. Oh my god, we're under attack. Blah. They want to hurt us. Blah. No, we just want to see the end of MLMs. That's it.
There are certain keywords that the platforms look for. Hit, punch, kill, etc. And they will either knock out that person, suspend that person for a short amount of time, or do something. But absolutely, that's a good opportunity. Report them to the platform. If you feel like it is a real threat, I think that's, when you let legal know, let MPC know, local authorities know. I think it sort of depends on the situation. But first things first, go and report them to the platform. How about Google reviews from MLM? So let's go back to that one. Oh,
they probably just mean, what about if you get a bad Google review? Maybe it is from an anti-MLM group.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Platform by platform, it's going to depend. I don't know with Google if you can block them or hide them or anything like that. I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't think you can.
No.
So in that particular situation, that's when you try and get positive reviews to push that review down, right?
Again, that doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. You can if you're sorting them by newest, but Google has ways to see what's most helpful and to see the amount of reviews based on what star. Their method to dealing with negative reviews in this way is just to flood their own reviews with positive ones. Illegitimate ones, by the way, because those reviews wouldn't exist if not for counteracting the bad ones. So therefore, they're illegitimate.
That's sometimes your best defense is getting your customers to write legitimate good reviews.
It's not legitimate.
What can you do when they share your nutrition club post, not comment?
So if someone shares my nutrition club post and then writes their own caption about what they share, but they're not commenting, so I can't hide it and I can't delete it.
Yeah, that's a good question. We see that from time to time. Unfortunately, and this is, I think, one of the hard things to have to deal with is we can't control what someone else does on their own page, right? In those types of situations, you can try and report them to the platform and say they're spamming, it's harmful, it's this, it's that, but it's really hard to get Facebook or Instagram to do something like that because unfortunately that's kind of free speech. It sort of depends on what they say.
This whole thing is free speech and it's justified because Herbalife has done all the things we say that it does. Allegedly.
If they share your page and they say, I hate Herbalife, that's kind of free speech. Can't do a lot of
kind of,
unfortunately.
And really, that's just where you make sure that you are being the person you need to be inside of your nutrition club and providing that positive environment to where even if people see that post, they're going to know they love you as a person. And so they're going to continue coming to your nutrition club because of who you are and the environment that you create inside of your nutrition club.
3 more questions. Let's see. I can read this one. So the one from Stephanie. I am in a private group for the community of the town. When people comment in that, I can't personally hide it. Obviously, engaging is dangerous because of the screenshot factor. What do you suggest when it's in that type of group? Because if you don't answer, they will say you're avoiding the topic and tackle you that way.
Yeah, that goes back to what I was saying, excuse me, before is pages that we don't control, meaning nutrition club pages that are not nutrition club pages or regional pages or corporate pages, etc. It's really hard to do anything about it because it's happening on someone else's page, on someone else's platform. That's sort of unfortunately, that's part of the reality of the internet sometimes. I see it all the time. I, look at comments on whether it's CNN or Fox News or whatever, and look at the comments that people post about different articles. Unfortunately, there's not a lot you can do about that, which is why we say, continue to push out positive content, continue to educate the public on what we do and how we do it, and that we're a legitimate business. Use that counter programming. That's what it's for.
And I think it still goes back to who are you behind the bar at your nutrition club and what kind of environment do you create? If you're in a small community, then your community knows you well. And so are you someone that they look at and think of you're a positive person and they want to come spend time with you? Or are you not, because you're not involved in your community? And so there you might have a little bit of self-reflection that needs to happen within yourself. But then just know that no matter what anyone says about you, as long as you know who you are and what you're doing inside your nutrition club and the impact you're making into your community, that's all that matters.
Sorry. That was my dog.
You're good.
So when it comes to serving your community in this way, she's like, the impact you make on your community. It's like you are literally involved in your community in the way that you are trying to make money off of them. You're not doing anything charitable. I mean, maybe some of these places are, I don't know. But for the most part, these people are in it just to make money. And yeah, obviously, it's a business, so of course they want to make money. But to frame it as having an Herbalife shop means that you are trying to be supportive of your community. It means that you're trying to make a difference in people's lives. That's not it. That's not it at all. Why did you join Herbalife in the first place? It's not because you think that their shakes are the most delicious thing in the world, because they're not. It's not because you think that their products are exceptional or special in any way, because they're not. It's probably because you were promised, or at least made to expect, that you would be making a lot of money if you partner up with this company. And even more so, once you get in there, they're like, you know what I did? I just started my own smoothie shop. And now look at how rich I am. Now look at how many sales I get in my Herbalife business. Look at my PV. Like, I don't know if that's how that works. Once you start your own business, you're no longer like a independent distributor. I think there's like a whole different thing with it. So I don't even know. But either way, I mean, it's just so obvious to me that like there's so many red flags that go off every time you enter one of these places. I think most people probably recognize that.
And so I think, you know, with a small town environment, who you are plays a big role in your nutrition club, either way, whether they're spammers or not. And also something I just thought about, you know, you were talking, Jonathan, about all of the articles and the resources we have to push positive stuff about it. So maybe if they put this in a community group and if they're complaining about a certain topic, then maybe you create a campaign of marketing materials from what Herbalife has given us about that topic, that over time, I wouldn't do it like automatically, because then it's going to be like a feud between who's right, who's wrong, but slowly integrate.
Oh, dude, look at that creepy dude. Look at him.
About
oh my God. What the hell?
So that you can
that guy was weird. What the fuck?
Show the truth about really what Herbalife is about.
Yeah, that's right. I would still measure that, right? You don't want to lean in and start fighting back. That's where you get into trouble. And that's where things, you put a spotlight on the spammers, and we don't want to do that.
And not necessarily on their page or what they commented, but on your nutrition club page, just as whatever you would already put on your nutrition club page, a picture of your shake, a picture of someone drinking the tea. Now let's do a little bit of education, you know, all of that stuff is inside of your nutrition club page, and not highlighting the reason you're doing it is because of the spammers.
Right. The next question was, can Herbalife do something to ban the false articles about loaded teas? Excuse me. I think that's actually more of a question for the media team. If there are articles being written, that's really more of a media question, I think, if I'm understanding it right. But when those things pop up, if it's a legitimate news source, that's what I was referencing when the media team will contact that that news organization and have it corrected. The tough part is what if it's not a legitimate news source and it's just somebody with a website? That makes it a lot harder, right? People can kind of say what they want on the internet, and people do it every day, unfortunately.
At least they're admitting that, you know, because that's literally what I'm doing right now. I mean, you can't say whatever you want, but what I can do is literally what I'm doing right now, responding with my opinion and citing my sources. I'm totally allowed to do that. But you can't just go around and say whatever you want, you know?
So it's important to still get out the content that we have about our products, about our quality, about our ingredients, as much as you can on your platforms to help to counter program that as much as you can. Next question is, how can you respond to a comment? Is this one of Herbalife's storefronts? I think that might be, that's a good question. I think there's a variety of ways you can probably answer that.
I mean, are you going to lie?
To explain the business model and explain it in sort of a nice way. But you have to be real careful with that, because they might be, they're sort of fishing for you to answer to then come after you. So be real careful with how you answer that. You can certainly respond back as best you can, but be real careful with that, because that could just be, you know, somebody fishing for you to respond, and then, you know, now they got you.
For sure. If it's a scammer, once again, they're just phishing. So I just wouldn't respond. I would just hide it or delete it and block them. But if it's like a legitimate person inside your nutrition club, or someone that does come to your nutrition club and they really truly ask that question, because that is the perception of some people. They don't understand our business model. And so they think that these stores are owned by Herbalife and that they just put distributors in them. Like
None of us
actually
think
had
that.
someone ask me that, because that's really what they think. And so I've had to explain to them, no, these are all independently owned by an independent distributor. And we use the Herbalife products because we are Herbalife distributors. And so I've had to help them understand the differences between that. But that is a real question out in the marketplace for people that don't understand our business model.
Right. The last question I have is, I've had over the years, people bash me and Herbalife by using the so-called investigative reports from HBO. How can I answer the spammers? I think you're referring, Robert, to the to the documentaries that are out there.
I want to say that's betting on zero. Betting on zero is still out there. If Herbalife uses their legal team and their media team to correct negative shit, how come betting on zero is still out there? Is it because it's all true? If there's sources to cite in the documentary proving that everything they're saying is true, which as far as I'm concerned they are, then there's really no legal case there. It's not defamation if it's true. So anyway, based on that logic, it's like, okay, well then why is betting on zero still a thing? Things that make you go,
Yeah, if they are spammers and they're just trying to attack you, then it falls into the same thing. Don't get into a battle with them, because it's just going to get worse. One more. How should you respond if someone says that Herbalife only wants you to take their money and they don't actually care about the people? Okay, that's another good example of somebody that's just trying to fish for a response. That's somebody that is trying to spam you and they want you to get into a fight with them. Don't do it. It's not worth it. That's not a legitimate review or comment by any means. They're just trying to stir up trouble.
Thank you, guys. Great questions, by the way. Those were great questions asked. So thank you all for asking those. So those are all the questions that we have for today. So again, thank you all for being on and joining us. Appreciate you taking us through that information. So look out for that email that we're going to send over, and please share this guide with everyone. So thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Thanks, everybody.
Wow, okay, that was it, guys. Holy moly. Well, guys, let me know what you think about all of this. This was a very interesting corporate Zoom call here. I just love, like, responding to people who make content about anti-MLMers. I fucking love it. This is my favorite thing. As always, keep sending them to me. I don't know if I've ever even, like, mentioned this, but I do have a Google Doc or a Google form or whatever that it's in all of my video descriptions. Feel free to send me whatever you got. Anything you want me to react to, especially stuff like this. I love it. You can send videos, photos, whatever. Yeah, that's all down below. So thank you for the people who sent this to me. I really appreciate it. Also, thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Don't forget, click my link down below. Get that discount. You'll love HelloFresh, I promise. And now let's thank my patrons and my members. Guys, these are my financial supporters. These are the people who gain access to our private Discord server. We have a postcard club. You guys get early access to videos sometimes whenever I'm able to provide that. So if any of that sounds good to you, you can go to patreon.com/SavannahMarie, or you can click the join button beneath this video. Whatever works for you, whatever platform you want is fine by me. And with that, the biggest thank you in the whole wide world goes to Hula Chowdown, Janelle Pratt, Carolyn Barilli, Cecilia Dudek, Christy Taylor, Elizabeth Wyatt, Nady Dragon, Kuch Squad 2.0, Leanne, Molly Wasilewski, Ryan Mew, Sheila Tapia, Tiff C, Turd Ferguson, #GetTheW, Weatherington Law, Alice W, Amanda Shannon, April Lindblom, Boris Geller, Casey Scraper, Katrina Rosemarick, Danae, Daniel Urena, E. Higgins, Jerry Duncan, Hannah Morrison, Animal Crossing, Heidi Haw, Hippie Kansas Girl, Julia Wheeler, Kim Cartwright, Critter, Maddie Darley, Marley Fletcher, Princess Deathwish, Ray, Stephanie Hell, Tiffany, Tuesday the 13th, Mitchie84, Tiffany Brust, Carol Jenks, Jessica Cecil, Colin F., Laura Nickel, Jess Kronfeld, Emion, Ian Shrouth, Jennifer Dyer, Caroline H., Auntie Lou, Krista Scantlin, Lizzie's Plantasy, and Fallon Lowry. And to the rest of my fabulous financial supporters, thank you so much for being here and being you. Even if you're not a financial supporter, thank you for making it to the end of this video. YouTube loves watch time. Also, if you're still here, do me a favor and make sure you're still subscribed to this channel, because YouTube is doing this thing where it unsubscribes people from me again. So just double check, make sure you're still subscribed. Or you know what, if you've never been subscribed and you're still here, what are you doing? You made it to the end of one of my long ass videos. You might as well just click subscribe. Keep making waves, babes. Oh, thank you for dealing with my stupid voice, and hopefully I feel better for the next one. I will smell you all later. Mommy Tsunami out.